Hello, everyone. Thank you again for being with us this morning. I can first say that I feel absolutely honored to be here with these three panelists. What they have been through is so inspiring. So first, thank you, all three of you, for making the trip from Ukraine to be here with us. And I can say we're thinking of you and your families and your countries. So it's very special. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I want to start with you, Victoria. So you are a founder of a Ukrainian company. What was life like for you before the war, and how did you pivot once the Russian invasion happened in February?
Okay, BetterMe today is Ukrainian healthcare company that have more than 100 billion downloads worldwide, and our primary market is United States and Europe. And we provide holistic approach to health and wellness, and we have two main primary app, which is BetterMe Health Coaching and BetterMe Mental Health. Our mission is creating happiness within, and we would like to make healthy lifestyle as inclusive and accessible as possible. So we provide also different health lifestyle choices for senior citizens, people with diabetes, people with wheelchairs, and etc. And before the war started, we believe that our biggest problem is sedentary lifestyle.
And how did that change for you once the invasion happened?
BetterMe today have more than 200 people. All our team was in Kiev, and after the war, we scattered across of Ukraine. Maybe 10% of us just going to the Europe, but nevertheless, we should in super short time prepared everything for working with our people, for example, laptops, offices at the house, and etc., etc. But nevertheless, our operations is the same because our primary market is United States and Europe. But our emotional state is different. But nevertheless, we believe that what is the best we can do today for our country and for our nation is to build worldwide business, provide workplaces, grow fast, and expand.
Absolutely. And Betty and Siona, I know it's a little different for you. Randall mentioned you are a very unique group. I absolutely loved your story. Your parents are immigrated here from Ethiopia, you're first generation Ukrainians. That is super rare. How did this hip hop group come about in Ukraine?
We were raised and born in Ukraine, so we are sisters, real sisters, and we were singing
Blood
all
sisters.
our lives. Yeah, and we were singing together all our life. But at some point, we took a picture. Like we have a big age gap, and we never had a photo. We couldn't make a photo that we will be all in like one line, and the photo will be okay, and we will look okay. But at some point, we looked alike, and like we were good, and we were like, okay, we can form a band. It was in 2019, and yeah, and we met our manager. Usually, it's hard to find, but she was perfect, and that's how we kickstart. And then. We went to Eurovision and some other stuff, and we grabbed some attention, especially from the Western world. And we appeared on many magazines, and that's how we formed the band. We're not typical Ukrainians because everybody looked at us and said, "Are you really Ukrainian?" That happened to me in a passport control. I gave them my passport, and it was an Ethiopian lady asking me, and she was like, "Kama?" And I was like, "Well, it happened." Yeah, but we are Ukrainians. We're really Ukrainians, and That's our story.
That's excellent, and sorry to hear about the passport problems. Apologies.
Nobody believes it.
So I want to get back to Eurovision later, but first I want to start kind of by asking what I asked Victoria. How did the invasion change your professional aspirations and lives?
Well, before the war, we were focused on our music, on making our brand work and stuff. But during the war, we understood that fame is not only something to be happy and cool and enjoy yourself, but also it's a trust. It's people are looking up to you, and you can use your page, your Instagram, and in the era of social media, you can use it for spreading the knowledge and spreading the real facts about Ukraine. And not only, also we were working with the intelligence, and we were doing a lot of evacuations, connecting people and to get them to the right buses with the right directions, and checked by the army, and also.
And during the war, we just became
activists.
Yeah, and just always talking about the situation in Ukraine. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody actually in Ukraine united, but we understood that it's a responsibility. It's not only just a fun situation.
Makes sense. I want to ask you three, what are the biggest misconceptions that people outside of Ukraine have about Ukrainian entrepreneurship, and how would you address those? And Victoria, let's start with you.
For us, maybe biggest misconceptions, and Ukraine is agriculture country that have a lot of monopoly, oligarchs, but we believe that we have new generation of entrepreneurs, as I am representative of, that can build a big worldwide company based on their hard working, creativity, and ideas. And I believe this is the future of Ukraine, because first of all, you build business, and second, you have a lot of responsibility. For example, after the war, when we provide the security for our team. Number two, how we can help our country. First of all, we provide for free our mental and physical app. And second, we just launched our blue-yellow sportwear, like this, creating freedom within. So it's everything of sport from one side, and we believe that in 2020, blue-yellow like a symbol of freedom.
Absolutely. I know I told you this morning, but your outfit is incredible, and I think we can all agree on that, so thank you.
Yeah, Ukraine is very progressive, and Ukraine is a country of talents, intelligent people. Trust me, you don't know the new generation. If you think that we're still in Soviet Union, it's a lie. We are super progressive, and we have a lot of great people. And Silicon Valley has a lot of Ukrainians, if you don't know, designers, art, and they just
music.
Maybe they got a new citizenship, yeah, but they're still Ukrainians. And if you dig deeper, you will know. So yeah. Ukraine has a lot of layers. Ukraine is diverse. We are representative of minority of Ukraine, but there are a lot more. And we have great sport people like John Belenyuk, who is a deputy right now. And we are developing very fast. And before the war, Ukraine was developing very fast. And the war, of course, stopped the process. But we believe that in future we will gain back the tempo and we'll be okay.
I hope so. And I'm sure it will. I know it will. And speaking of misconceptions, Betty and Siona, I have read a lot of your interviews, watched a lot of your videos. I think one of the biggest misconceptions in the music industry is that the Ukrainian language is not compatible with hip-hop. Everyone associates it with English. But yet, you two released at least 2 singles fully in Ukrainian. What inspired you to do that, and what would you say to people who tell you, "Oh, you can't rap in Ukrainian. What are you doing?"
Actually, yeah, it's a challenge, I would say, because like before us, and there's also some artists like Alona, and nobody could actually fit in, and hip hop was not really big thing in Ukraine. It was all about house music and some kind of
Pop.
old schoolish stuff. Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah, and pop. But it's a challenge, and we found the way in there, and we are trying that field right now, and we are writing and trying to fit in the language. But Ukrainian language is very melodic, and yeah, so it's very. And also, Slavic music is all about the long melodies and bringing the rhythm. It's something else, and it's a shift not only in the music but also in the mind. And it's a great thing to do because, like, you'll accept the culture of Africa because Africa is all about the rhythm or the East. Like, yeah, so yeah, it's a challenge, but we're accepting it and we're doing it. We have 2 singles. We will do more.
Good. I want to hear more, and I know we all want to hear more later when you actually perform. And Siona, anything to add to that? How is it for you rapping in Ukrainian?
We are Ukrainian, and we love our language, and we read Bozhevilny, our song, and you can just listen and and feel it.
Amazing. So back to what you said. I know you said you were given a lot of trouble getting here. Back in 2020 when you were doing Eurovision, there was some backlash from people saying, you know, why are these 2 girls representing Ukraine? Which I can't believe. How did you feel about that, and how did you respond?
Oh, yeah, that happened. We will not lie. And racism exists everywhere. But I wouldn't say it exists in such a huge extent like people talk about it, yeah, about this wartime, how the racism happened. But of course, we felt very weird when people were asking, did you come here to say that you're Ukrainian and make people believe that you're Ukrainians? We said, no. If you want to check, you have a passport. You can check in immigration, whatever. Like, go whatever, check. It's a fact, whether you like it or not. But we are still proud. We don't. People sometimes they have different boxes they want to put you in. If you're black, you have to be African. If you're of course there is some sense in it, but no. You ask, check, and talk, and we have language to communicate, and we have everything to find out. So yeah, we think we are not offended. It's actually a big thing. It's a hype, honestly, also because like black Ukrainians, are you really Ukrainians? And are you Jewish? Are you? First, we found ourselves as black girls in Slavic world. Then we found ourselves as the black Jewish girls in a Slavic world. Then we found ourselves as the black Jewish girls from Ukraine, refugees in Europe. It's another thing, and it's always like somebody just goes on and on and on, and we're just accepting it, okay? And I'm also like a big girl, you know. There's another thing, and we can go on and on and on.
No, that was perfect. No, and obviously you two are so comfortable in your skin and what you do, and we all can admire that, truly. Changing gears a little bit, I've been talking with our under 30 community members in Ukraine for the past couple weeks, and one of the biggest things that I heard from founders like you, Victoria, is someone said to me, you know, there's no playbook for being a founder during wartime. No one tells you how to do this. What strategies did you use as a founder to lead your team through this?
Yeah, I believe that after the COVID and then after the war, it's something that I haven't learned at the Harvard or at the Stanford, but nevertheless, from the start, BetterMe have one mantra 5 years ago: fail fast and cheap. So we try fail fast and cheap, understand what we can do the best from this path. And of course, primary goal is mental and physical health. To change the world, you need to change yourself first. And I believe that I am in good, productive health and fitness, mental and physical health. I can support my team because one of the main leader goal is provide energy to the team and take the fear and stress. And then if my team in proactive energy statement, they can help family and they can help our country.
Absolutely, that's amazing. And Betty and Siona, I know you don't lead a company per se, but you said you've gotten into activism and have been putting messages out there to help your fans. Tell us about that and what exactly you've been saying to help your fellow citizens through it.
Yeah, like evacuating, because they know you, so they trust you. So when they trust you, you can give them some directions. And we were double checking it with the army, like the right buses, the right places, sending people, connecting them through the apps, and every time updating them. We were like 24/7. We were like in Ukraine during the war for 2 weeks. We were working. And after we left Ukraine, we live in Germany right now, in Stuttgart. So 1.5 months after the war, we were still constantly on the phone, working and connecting people, also posting stuff about the Russian propaganda is super big and it's such a lie. And we were trying to break it and, tell people the truth, and also not to build the hate against Russians, because look, we have Russian friends in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, and honestly, they are that intelligent that stand out on the rallies, and they are in the prisons. I have a girlfriend, my friend that is a girl, yeah, I have to be specific.
She always totally.
Yeah. She stayed for 2 years in her room. She had this bracelet. She couldn't move out because she was an activist, and she was in prison, like house prison. How do you say that? Yeah. So. Because like the biggest thing that Putin achieved and his government is to see the hate in the hearts of Ukrainians, Russians, any other like everybody hates Russians right now. But look, we're not. Every human deserves to be alive, and we're standing for love and the unity in between people. So and. Like, we know that there is a lot of hate in Russia. Honestly, there is. As I was writing, doing my posts, I had some crazy words and they said that they will find my black ass and kill me and stuff, and that I'm black Jewish, that I'll be threatened. Like, I was threatened, honestly. And my sisters, like, it's not normal. But still, we still believe that there are some people that are innocent, maybe, of course, and brainwashing and all this stuff. It's a crazy thing. Honestly, we were owning Russian channels, we were watching it for the past 8 years, and we could watch it for maybe 1 minute or two, or not more than that. We were laughing. Who would believe that? We thought. But it was actually a big thing. It was brainwashing people, and it actually infected them. So right now we have a huge deal with the hate, and we think that the real epidemic, it's not corona. For us, it's actually hate and other intolerance. And we were trying to tell people, keep your cool. No matter how evilish people are, it's good for your health, because it affects your body. Because there are a lot of diseases that are not, they cannot be treated by the doctors, yeah? Like cancer, we don't know the etiology of that stuff. So many people are coming to the understanding that maybe thinking of that it's actually it's a problem with the soul, or maybe with their mind and stuff. So we have to clean ourselves from the hate. We are praying for Israel always. This conflict is a big thing. Now crisis in our country, and we faced it. We were under the bombs. It's crazy. We never thought that we would be a refugee. Honestly, we were happy in our country. And we are trying to use our pages and everything as much as we can. We wrote a song called "You Cry Now." And that song is, we are raising money for Ukraine, and we are sending the money, and we have it on we have all the credits under our video. It's all, it has the footages of what happened in our country, in our land. We are living in Kharkiv. We were living in Kharkiv. That is 38 kilometers away from Russian border. And it's exactly where the war started. So we are trying to raise the awareness, and the war has never finished. We can get tired of the conflict. Everybody's talking about Ukraine. Yeah, I know this feeling. Yeah, but it's actually happening, and it's stressful. We're still at war, even though we are in a peaceful place.
Yeah, and we also performed in Amsterdam, and we gathered the money, a lot of money for
Ahmadiyyat Kyiv Children's Hospital. Yeah, we're doing rallies. We are doing many things, and it's a big thing. It's a brand also that is helping us to get the help for Ukrainians. We're doing a lot of charity stuff, and not only. So yeah.
Incredibly put, Betty. Thank you so much for that, and that's fantastic what you two are doing. And Victoria, I want to come to you because you run both a physical and a mental health app. How have you been helping your fellow citizens and even Russians as well with their mental health through all this?
Of course, first of all, we provide for free all Ukrainians our application, because to support the spirit of mental and physical health, it's number one, the problem. And maybe we have a lot of in common with Israel, like Golda Meir said, that we want to live, but our neighbors want to kill us. It's hard to understand, but we believe that if we overcome this process, we can do a lot of great stuff and create a lot of great businesses. We understood that we do this for our new generation, and I believe that a lot of businesses today that overcome through the war and support a lot of charitable activities can help everyone and be the role model of future generation. And I really hope that, as I was born in Donbass, who was invaded in 2014 by Russia, and I don't have any role model except of oligarch, but I believe today new generation of Ukrainian can build a lot of great company, and of course I recommend a lot of to Forbes under 30.
Thank you. And I think we have time for one more question. As Randall mentioned, we have people here from 34 countries, and as much as it pains me to say this, war is an unfortunate reality of a lot of the lives of our under 30 community. What advice would each of you give to your fellow community members who are trying to navigate running a company through war or building a brand through war? So if each of you could give a piece of advice. Betty, let's start with you.
Well, when we started our band, it was very scary because you have to have a lot of money, connections and stuff. But, I was just preparing myself. For the 1.5 years, I was just writing a lot of songs. And I was like, I just thought that it will happen someday. Just keep doing it. I don't know, Nike said it the best way, just do it. So yeah, just do it. And eventually, you will appear in the right place. If you just keep working, something will happen. Then we believe in miracles. We believe in God. We believe in science. We believe in many things. So everything can be used for good. So we just do it.
Amazing. Siona?
Believe in yourself. Just do it and believe in yourself, because you need to feel yourself and share with people. And I think that they will feel it. Yeah. So, yeah.
Amazing. Victoria?
It's maybe the quote from my yoga teacher is act and not react, because the time that you spend in negative state on mind, you can spend on action, creation, and do good stuff. Because if after war I just lay down and cried, I can do nothing and can't help my country.
Amazing. Well, thank you all so much for being with us. I truly appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kristin.
Thank you so much.
Forbes,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys.
God bless you.